Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we're back to talk about some Real Housewives of New Jersey because it's just the gift that keeps on giving. And I cannot believe that we are literally so close to being at BravoCon. I'm like sitting here looking at the dates and I'm like, oh my God. Like, what do we have? 21 days? This is insane. So before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And yeah, let's just jump right in. Oh, here we go. Now we can bring up the photo. Okay. So on her podcast, Teresa did reveal that she has never done test filming for The Real Housewives in New Jersey. She said, when new people do come in, they do test. I just never had a test. Now, she suggested that her status as an original cast member is part of the reason that she's never had to test with producers, which I'm just going to say this really quick. I find that to be interesting only because I know that other original cast members or as close to original as you can get, because I know that she's like the longest running, they do have to test with new cast members, because the point is not to just test the new cast members. The point is to test how the new cast members are going to do with the OG cast members or the cast members who have been on the show for a long time. So that one kind of throws me off a little bit, but okay. Now, Teresa did share that she was shocked by Julia Limogova's suggestion that she and Adriana Demora slept together while Julia was married to Martina Navratilova. But she did add a little caveat saying some marriages are fine with that. Some marriages are open, some are not. So I guess whatever works for them should work for everyone else. Essentially, though, Teresa took a non-judgmental stance. If it suits them, that's their business. But her comments do point towards a softer approach to the long-running feud with the Gorgas, emphasizing family and future generations over brand or show-driven motives. But the report also added nuance. She claimed sincerity and wanting peace, while some sources still debate whether this is related to her future on The Real Housewives of New Jersey or if she actually wants peace. But as far as some of the children's interactions, Adriana and Joey appeared to be emotional catalysts for Teresa's change of tone. The test filming remark suggests that casting might be shifting, and Teresa signaling her awareness of the behind-the-scenes processes. And her reaction to Julia and Adriana shows her willingness to address adjacent Bravoverse gossip, but still establish boundaries around judgment. And I think that's one of the biggest things that she has spoken about for a long time is like, she does not want to feel, she always says, I want to lead with love, 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 love. I don't want to sit here and have a back and forth with you. All right. Well, on top of that, of course, now we have the full interview. If you guys haven't seen this, here we go.
All sick of the fighting. We're all sick of that. And no one wants to go back to that.
Right.
Because if that's the case, then we're not ready. Right?
I agree.
So I'm always team family. Okay. You know, I think everyone played a part, right? We've all played a little part in this. No one is innocent. And everyone needs to just, you know, I want to do it for my children. I want my children to see that this is no way to live. So if doors are opening again, I would never shut them.
That's great.
Because I think we're all sick of the fighting. We're all sick of that. And no one, because my children would see that I shut them, right? And that's not how we live. That's not how I want them to live or to see this, you know, because that becomes a pattern.
I agree with you.
And Joe always says that. It happened with his father and his sister. And he says all the time that I don't want this pattern to go to my children. So, you know, we never asked for this because my children would see that I shut them, right? And that's not how we live. That's not how I want them to live or to see this.
To begin with, I never really wanted this. And I'm always going to be team family, always. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. I do think for all of our children's sake, I would love for everyone to get to a place of healing, and I would never root for this to go on forever. Never. It's not any way to live, and it's no way that I want my children to see, because we need to lead by example, right? So I'm always for healing and to be continued. Maybe there's time, maybe there's room for conversation. That's a tough question, because, I feel like we need to get there, but the core of that show has always been family.
Yeah, yes.
How are those relationships at this moment?
Well, my brother and my sister-in-law, I'm not speaking to, but I did reach out and I said, because time does heal all wounds. And, when time goes by, you forget things. So I'm just like, Gia and I were on Special Forces. We, spent a lot of time before we actually started Special Forces, and we talked a lot about a lot of things. So I want to be a good example for my children. Okay. I have 4 daughters, and I don't want them to ever say, I always tell them, I always want you guys to get along. Please always be there for each other. I know you guys are going to marry other people, but always put your sister first. Or not first. Yes. Or not first, but always don't forget about your sister. It's family. Be a family. Be a beautiful family. If someone doesn't get along, just be the bigger person, try to make it work, blah, blah, blah. So I can't, I got to practice what I preach, right? So that's why with my brother, I reached out to him. And I was.
And Joe and Melissa all got along.
When I first met him, our first Christmas, they were at my house. Oh, no.
So I guess what my takeaway from this is that Teresa is not filming with the rest of the cast right now, but she's claiming that she never really has had to do test filming. So that's interesting to me. But there are a few little moments about this that are interesting to me. I think that everybody is still wondering what the f is going on. Now, Joe and Melissa will also be at BravoCon. So they're going to be at BravoCon. Teresa and Louie are going to be at BravoCon. Gia's going to be at BravoCon. There's only one green room. Clearly, they're going to cross paths. And I just kind of wonder what that's going to look like. But we'll see. All right, guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And yeah, hot, messy topics tomorrow. We'll see you then. Love you guys. Bye. Oif.